Precognition to me is, at the core of it, just the sense of knowing. If someone were to ask me yesterday, David, what did you eat for lunch? I can recall. And if someone were to ask me, hey, who's your mother? I know who my mom is. And if she were standing in a lineup, I could pick her out. And then it's that sense of knowing where when it comes and hits you, you just know it as a knowing or a memory, a certainty for sure. As if, like, you know you're about to eat in an hour. You don't know where you're going to eat. You don't know what you're going to eat. You may not even know who you're going to eat with, but you're very certain that you're going to eat. And so precognition for me as it unfolds is sort of like a collapsing of reality, but knowing that there is an ultimate lane that I'm in, that I'm headed towards.
Here's what's coming up next on the Holo Movement Purpose Lab.
Hello, my name is Zenga Caro. I'm founder of LightNet, and my passion and purpose is to make the impossible possible. I'm here today with David Tran, and for those of you who think that you cannot find your profession on a job board, this interview is for you. Guess what David's purpose and passion is in this world? Precognition. That's right. His parents came over from Vietnam with the clothes on their back, fleeing as refugees from the war. And he has built a life that is truly incredible. Graduating magna cum laude. He also is working for nonprofits doing statistical analysis. And now he really asked for a sign. Is this my purpose? And this is something that a lot of people in the Purpose Lab do, is they look for confirmation. And sure, did he get it? He just won the #1 prize in the Psi Games for Precognition. This is the very first international psychic Olympics competition, which happened last year and will be happening again this year. And he really is stepping into something entirely new that's opening a whole new field of research, of abilities, and beyond. Check it out.
And this female entity communicated with me and said, you must come out of hiding. You must find other people like yourself. And you must train and complete your ma'at. And at the time, I had no clue what the word ma'at meant. But I knew that this was an important message that I received and I must follow it. And as I left, the last message was just have trust. And so I did. And I went through this journey of seeking knowledge. And one thing led to the next until I came across a podcast with Hakeem Isler. And he's the creator of the Psi Games. And it was a calling from Hakeem where if you have psychic abilities, come out and show the world in our first ever Psychic Olympics. And I thought to myself, is this what I was meant to do? But I said, you know what? There's no harm in trying. I know personally, having been born with the memory of being born and past lives, that I have the gift for precognition. So I said, for sure, we're going to go and connect with that modality. And I tested really high across the board in 5 categories. I think it was a PK, remote viewing, mind sight, dowsing, and precog. And I only wanted to compete for precog. But I was invited to compete in 2 other categories. And I thought to myself, sure, why not? What do I have to lose? But I want to come into this event completely cold, completely uneducated about this realm and this community, completely unpracticed. And in some ways, I think I had practiced self-dowsing. That if I would win first place in any category, that without a shadow of a doubt, that this is the road that I must dedicate my entire life to. And so, closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and took a leap of faith, and competed. Long story short, I got first place in Precognition and third place in PK, or Psychokinesis. But I also knew that I wasn't going there to compete or win anything or prove anything, because of proof I've already known. But I knew that I was there to connect to a community and, per the instructions, find other people like myself. And I also knew that there would be someone there at the Psi Games who would understand what ma'at meant, or completing this ma'at. Obviously, I did a little bit of Googling, but it was unsure, and it's just a lot of noise out in the internet, and I wanted a direct personal communication or transcription. And so at the Psi Games, everybody that I'd met, I had asked them, what do you know about the ma'at, or a ma'at, or completing your ma'at? And time again, people were like, David, we don't know. So, I'm like, the universe will work its way to me. And so I just let the intention go. And after winning the Psi Games, I was invited to come and train with the Vibravision team out in Utah. Wonderful folks. And super stoked, and I came there. And, the first day of class, it just felt like a void or a negative space around me. Other students or other people coming there did not want to sit around me for some reason. And so there were spaces available next to me. And then this guy comes in, and he slides right next to me because there are open seats. He came in late. His flight got delayed. And I recognized him immediately, and I knew that he was a head of security at the Psi Games. And I turned to him like, hey, weren't you at the Psi Games? He's like, yeah, Dave Coleman. And we hit it off right away and felt this instant bond. And that night we went out to dinner, and I shared with him my story. And he said, brother, I know exactly what ma'at is. Come to find out, Dave is deep in Egyptian mythology and lore and history, and was a wealth of knowledge. And he let me know that ma'at is the feminine energy that is a protector of truth and justice. And so I believe, now piecing things together a year later and having gone deeper in this path and this journey, that completing my ma'at is still unfolding, but it is about finding my truth and living that truth.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at holomovement.net/purpose.